What's up? What it do? How you doing? I am back with another video. Today, EandE family, we're making steak quesadillas and a Koolaid pie. So let's get started. We're gonna start with the Koolaid pie. So I actually seen this on YouTube. It was on a mukbanger's channel of the name of Chillin' with Walt. His girlfriend actually made these pies, but these pies are nothing new. People have been making these pies for years. So it actually calls for 1 tub of Coolwhip. I didn't buy I don't have any Coolwhip here, and I didn't buy a container. So we are going to make some whipped cream topping to go in this pie, because that's the base of this pie. So we're going to start with heavy cream in our mixer, and you definitely will want to use a whisk attachment for this. So we're going to get that in there. I used about half of the container, and I'm telling y'all, Kroger heavy whipping cream is some of the best whipping cream you could buy, and it's not expensive. It's like, I think it's like $2.99 maybe for this container. Really good. So then we're going to add powdered sugar. And as always with powdered sugar, it depends on how sweet you like your whipped cream. I'm going to start with 2 to 3 cups, and we're going to do some whipping, taste it, and see if we need to add any more powdered sugar. So about 2 to 3 cups. Put our mixer down. Start it off slow. Let's go.
And this is General Chang.
Okay. So let's give her a little taste test. You want stiff peaks on this? So something like that. Let's give her a little taste. Perfect. I ended up going back adding about another cup and a half of powdered sugar. So when you do your taste test, see if it's the consistency and sweetness that you like, if you're not using the Coolwhip topping that's already pre-made. Okay, so because I want you guys to see this, we're going to transition over to a clear bowl. Okay. Next, we're going to add packets of Kool-Aid. I know this sounds crazy, right? I have no idea what this tastes like because I've never tasted this before, but I definitely wanted to try it. So I'm going to use strawberry and mixed berry. I'm going to mix them up. You can use any flavor you want. I noticed with watching people make these, so I think some of them didn't have enough Kool-Aid. So that's why I'm doing 3. So strawberry. I'm going to put a mixed berry. And if I have to add that 3rd packet in, I will. Okay, so let's get that mixed in. Because of course, your Coolwhip is going to turn the color, or your whipped topping, however you choose to do it, of whatever you put in. And I think I'm going to add the other packet of strawberry. Make sure it has a good flavor. And some of them I did see where they said to add a package of cream cheese. Now, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. That's teetering on the lines of cheesecake. And that is disrespecting the cheesecake by putting Kool-Aid in it. So we're not doing that for sure. But if you wanted to, you possibly could. I'm not adding a block of cream cheese to this. Okay. So we got all of that incorporated. That's what it should look like. Or whatever. Next, you add some condensed cream milk. Now, we're going to be tasting this. I'm not going to add the whole can in at first, because I'm not a condensed sweet milk lover. It's just okay. If the recipe calls for it, I'll use it. But I typically don't use it. Even in my cheesecakes, I do not use condensed sweet milk. And we will have cheesecake videos coming up soon. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I don't use condensed sweet milk. So let's add a little in, because this stuff is really sweet to me. So I'm gonna do a half can for now, and mix this in, and then taste it and see if it's what it's supposed to taste like. Giving y'all a different experience today, and that's okay. Let's add a little more condensed sweet milk. Okay, so I've gotten all the condensed sweet milk in. I ended up putting the whole can in there because of the tartness of the Kool-Aid, you kind of had to. So next, we're just using a store-bought pie crust. How simple and easy is that? But I've filled it up to the brim. This usually goes in the refrigerator and it sets, overnight until it firms up. I'm going to stick it in the freezer though, so that we can taste it today. And when we come back, I'm going to get started on these absolutely delicious fajitas. You don't want to miss this. Y'all don't go nowhere. Okay, so I've already sauteed up previously some peppers, some bell peppers, some green, some red, some yellow. Season them up with some salt, pepper, garlic powder. Next, in our skillet, in the same skillet, and I added a little avocado oil to this, we're going to season up some onion. Going to saute these up. We don't want to overcook these, just until they start turning a little soft. Because I still like a little bite to my vegetables and my fajitas. Or quesadillas. Well, in both, actually. So get that tossed around in the oil. So I'm always talking about you have to season every layer. So we want to season these onions. So we're going to do a little salt. A little black pepper. And a little garlic powder. And just continue to cook these up until they have started to soften a little. You don't want them mushy. I mean, if you like yours mushy, fine. If you like yours with a bite and you don't want them to stay in that long, you cook them to the consistency that you like. But for me, I don't want them super crunchy, but I don't want them super soft either. Okay, so to cook our steak, I'm using a grill pan. I've slightly oiled the inside a little bit. And what we have before us here, people, is a delicious ribeye steak. I know somebody out there in video land is like screaming because I'm about to use a ribeye for fajitas. Don't worry, because it's going to be absolutely delicious. For quesadilla, not fajitas. I've seasoned her up. A little salt, a little black pepper, a little garlic powder, a little other season. I can't give y'all all my secrets. So let's go ahead and get this into our griddle pan. And I'm giving you a fair warning. This is not going to be clean. This is going to be super messy. So if you do this at home, it's going to have grease all over your stove. You're going to have to turn your vent on. But that's okay because it's going to taste delicious when we're done. So let's get her in there. The amount of time you allow this to cook depends on how well done, how rare you like your steaks. I'm going to do it for about 5 to 7 minutes on each side because we in this household still like a little peek in our steak. So 5 to 7 minutes on each side. And when we come back, we're going to start building our quesadillas. Y'all don't go nowhere. Okay, so we're going to get to building our quesadillas. Our steak is complete. It's done. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how I like my, listen. I know I say a lot of things that's so bomb and delicious, but I'm telling y'all, everything I've cooked so far is. And this steak is cooked to absolute perfection. So, let's go ahead and get started building our quesadillas. I just have some regular wraps, flour wraps. You can use whatever you want, but flour wraps are typically what you would use. Okay, so I have my bottom. We're going to put a few pieces of steak on the bottom. So I hope everyone can see this. So next, I just have some black beans that I drained and I rinsed off. Can of black beans. I didn't worry about seasoning. You can season them if you want, but I mean, we have all the seasoning we need between these vegetables and this meat. So I didn't really see a need to season them to put them inside the quesadilla. Next, I just have some corn that I warmed up real quick to put inside the quesadilla. You can put whatever ingredients you want in your quesadilla, but this is how I like my quesadilla. Next, we're going to add some pepper and onion. These are the peppers and onions that I seasoned up earlier with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and tossed them in a little avocado oil. You can use olive oil or whatever you have on hand. That's what I use. So I'm putting that on there like that. Then typically inside of a quesadilla, you add a little cheese. We're going to add a little, what do we have here? 4 cheese, Mexican cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. And we'll put some of that in there like that. Then we take another quesadilla shell. Plop it on top. And we're going to stick this in a heated and lightly oiled skillet. So, okay. So I like to put a little oil in my pan before I put my quesadilla in there, just so that it won't stick. So let's get our quesadilla added. And we're going to cook it. We just want this to brown a little on each side of the tortilla. So we are going to continue to cook our quesadillas up. Let them get brown. Let the cheese on the inside get melty. And when we come back, we are going to taste these amazingly delicious quesadillas. Y'all don't go nowhere. So our quesadillas are done. Y'all. I cannot wait to taste these. Look at them, look at them. Oh my goodness. Look at them. They all fancy and whatnot right now because I had to take a picture for my thumbnail. But I don't even want to talk no more. Let's get to tasting. Come on. Got a little sour cream. A little salsa. Yeah. If y'all notice, I didn't put anything spicy on these. So got my Tabasco. Let's get a bite. That is delicious. Y'all, our steak is seasoned to absolute perfection. It was cooked to absolute perfection. Those vegetables were cooked to absolute perfection. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. This is really delicious. Let's get a taste. I almost forgot about our Kool-Aid pie, y'all. Let's get a taste of our Kool-Aid pie. So this is our Kool-Aid pie. It hasn't set up enough, in my opinion. This probably really needs to set up overnight to really form. But I wanted to do this, get a taste of this with you guys while we were on camera. So let's get a little taste. Because I've never had this in my life. So let me see. That's really good. I'm surprised. That's good. I'm going to stick it back in the refrigerator and I'm going to let it firm up more because it definitely needs to firm because it was not ready. It looks like a blob. It wasn't ready, but it's definitely delicious. If you make this, definitely let it sit overnight. Don't rush it. But I can tell when that sits up, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And that's it for today, EandE family. Like, share, comment on this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description box below. I'm also going to leave the recipe to the Kool-Aid pie in the description box, so make sure you look out for that. And as always, EandE family, don't forget to live a little and love a lot. Y'all be easy.